What's up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. As you already know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, I am available. This podcast, BrandonJaneauShow, is available on all podcast platforms everywhere, man. Go listen. Hope you guys are enjoying the episodes that are out, and hope you guys enjoy it. Um, as well as YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. You go subscribe. Shout out to all the new subscribers on my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to everybody that's been watching, clipping, commenting. Appreciate it. BrandonJaneauShow on there. Uh, as well, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much all social media platforms that I use. Excuse me, BrandonJaneauShow is that is that also on social media. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. So I created myself a podcast schedule this week. Just today, I was in a car and created a podcast schedule. So Tuesdays I'm gonna try Tuesdays to do wrestling life podcast episodes, so on and so forth. I get into it later on, but so on and so forth. So yeah, so that's coming soon. More wrestling life on Tuesday nights, pretty much. I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes out. These episodes. So of course today is Tuesday. So of course wrestling life is today. So let's just start off like this. Vince McMahon is back in charge of creative. Yeah. Uh, I know that it's technically not out yet. I know that technically we still say Triple H is in charge of creative. I know we're gonna continue to run that shit to the means and say, well, Triple H is still in charge. The last couple Monday Night Raws, you can see that Triple H is no longer in charge of fucking creative. You can literally see it. You can literally see it. Look at what the fuck. Perfect example. Look at WrestleMania. Look at WrestleMania. You telling me a man that has had the bloodline storyline pretty much 100% figured the fuck out from the moment he took part of creative. That man, since November, knew exactly what the fuck he wanted WrestleMania to already look like. That man. You're telling me that man will put on a Monday Night Raw last night where Oscar had to literally fight Carmella and like actually have a real match against Carmella. And I know Triple H likes Carmella, but not like he likes Oscar. That's fucking crazy. That should not have happened. Get the fuck out of here. You're telling me that this gimmicky ass shit that we're seeing back on Raw now is still Triple H? I'm cool with Austin Theory cutting promos. I don't give a shit about that. But Lita and Becky Lynch are now women tag team champions. That's Triple H. Lita as a tag team champion. Last night, I love Lita. I grew up on Lita. You know, her and Trish Stratus, two women crushes still in my life. But she can't fucking move. Now maybe it's because of the hotline shit she used to do back in the day. I don't know. Maybe she really hasn't been really training her body to get back into ring shape like you should. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck the plan was. I don't know. But she can't move. She can't fucking move. I literally saw her have to actually think out how she was gonna execute some of these moves last night in that match. You cannot tell me you watched that match and when she got in the ring that she literally moved. Not like she used to move because that's not possible, but at least move like you've been training to take bumps. We clown The Rock for saying he wasn't in ring shape to fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, which is understandable. But this is what he meant. Last night is what the fuck he meant. Lita literally looked like she couldn't move. She had like move, like she was like, she was. I'm not saying she had to be like how she used to be, but god damn, man, that is not good. Trish at least looked good at SummerSlam when she fought Charlotte a couple years ago. She at least looked good at SummerSlam. What, 2019? Trish looked like she could still go. Lita looked like she just doesn't have it in it anymore. You're probably saying, well, how the fuck is that a Vince thing? Because this close to WrestleMania, you think Triple H, who had a Royal Rumble, who saw all of those NXT to WWE that don't get used at fucking all. He even brought back Nia Jax just for a Royal Rumble. That unsafe person. She's very unsafe in the ring. We all have heard stories. If you watch wrestling like I do, listen to wrestling podcasts, stuff like that, like I do. Nia Jax is just not a safe wrestler in the ring. He brought her back in the Royal Rumble. He trusted her. And you telling me 4 weeks out from WrestleMania, the person you just saw in that ring last night, Lita, was in Triple H's plans for WrestleMania? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's a Vince move. That's a fucking Vince move. We know this now. It would have been great if Lita had time to like get her body back up to shape, see if she could physically still do the moves that she does. But to see her last night and y'all gave them the title still, why? Why? This episode is going to come out way later. It's probably around the time WrestleMania comes out. But that's a question I have. Why? Why? That's a fucking Vince move. Oh my god, if that's not a Vince move. Getting back to what the fuck I said previously. I don't. I, I, I'm trying to figure out how WrestleMania is 4 weeks away. You have Johnny Gargano, Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Bronson Reed that had incredible, amazing Elimination Chamber performances. But Omos is the one with the WrestleMania match. Huh? See, this is what the fuck I said. Austin Theory fighting John Cena for the U.S. Championship at WrestleMania is dumb. It's fucking stupid. Because those four men in Austin Theory should have their own match at WrestleMania. And like I said, make it a six-way ladder match. Bring in Jay White. Boom. You got a six-way ladder match with possibly six untapped potential motherfuckers. And now it actually matters. Not saying Austin Theory versus John Cena won't matter. Now everybody on these wrestling pages is like, yes, let's John Cena versus Austin Theory. I don't want a part-timer coming in and taking a title match away from people that I clearly see can fucking go in the ring. And is way more important if you get them on the marquee than fucking John Cena. I get it. It's John Cena. He's 16-time champion. He's fucking John Cena. He's the greatest of all time. He's John Cena. I get it. I fucking get it. But you're giving him a title match. He can have a regular fucking match with Austin Theory and it still be great. Why take away a particular situation where you can drop the title? Because Austin Theory is not fighting John Cena because he's the best U.S. champion in the world. He's not fighting him to be the best U.S. champion ever. He's fighting him because he thinks he's the face of the company now. That's what the fuck the match is about. It's not about a title. It's about being the face of the fucking company. Why is the title on the line? See, I'm sitting up here saying, yeah, John Cena versus Austin Theory. That's a great match. And I'm not saying it's going to be a good match. I'm saying for a fucking title, though, that's stupid as fuck. This is the same problem I had with people saying, yeah, The Rock should come back and fight Roman. For fuck what reason? What is the reason? Why? I like the fact Austin Theory's trying to build this fucking match. John Cena's great. But the fact that him being champion kind of is fucking stupid. Because we know you're going to win. We know he's going to win. I don't want a match where I know you're going to win. See, this is the thing about WrestleMania 28. We didn't know if John Cena or The Rock who was going to win that match. This is how I feel about this. When you have like a title on the line, you're kind of handcuffed to just give the fucking match to the young kid that's actually going to perform every fucking night. Wow. There it is. There it goes. He thinks he's now the face of the company. John Cena still feels like he's the flag bearer of the company. This is old John Cena from the ruthless aggression era that ushered into this new era. And Austin Theory thinks he could be that guy now. Make that a match. Why the fuck it's got to be for a title? Why? 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 Getting back to Omos. You still beautifully. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Make that shit make sense to me. Because that match does not make sense. It does not make sense. Brock Lesnar, since he's been back in WWE, has fought the Big Show and Braun Strowman. Neither of those matches made sense to have. Maybe the Big Show because they had history, but Braun Strowman is way more athletic, quicker, faster, younger, and can go in the ring. But yet, Brock Lesnar destroyed him every time they fought. And you want me to sit here and think that Omos, who showed you in WrestleMania 38 against Bobby Lashley, Crown Jewel against Braun Strowman, he can't move. He's 7'3", 400 pounds, and can't fucking move. And that's the match that we are going to sit here and say, yeah, that makes sense. No, the fuck it don't. It don't make sense. The best matches Brock Lesnar has had since he's been back in the company, excuse me, the best matches Brock Lesnar has had since he's been back in the company in 2012 has been CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles. His matches against Roman Reigns have been pretty fucking mid. Outside of SummerSlam. His Battleground match against Seth Rollins was fucking terrible. Because all you did was Seth just got his ass whooped. The WrestleMania 35 match between them two was fucking terrible. The only good match was SummerSlam, and that shit ran a little bit too long for me. And the crowd was just not in the set at that time. But that could have been great. Every match that Brock has had since he's been back in the company is either been Undertaker or Goldberg and Roman. That's three people. When you gave him a real match against a real wrestler and he could really go with, and like a Samoa Joe, you made him squash him in like 3 minutes. The only best match Brock Lesnar has had since he's been back in the company, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles. That's it. You think of fucking tripping. You think of, go look at all those matches that Brock has had since then. Even the John Cena matches. It's been terrible. And I love John Cena, and I love Brock Lesnar, which is a bit terrible. Them shit suck. The SummerSlam match, he beat the shit out of him. The Extreme Rules match, the first match he had back with John Cena. The Extreme Rules match, he beat the shit out of John Cena. SummerSlam match, he beat the shit out of John Cena. Now the champions might be the only one. The Royal Rumble match with him, Seth Rollins, and John Cena is an incredible triple threat match. And that is it. Every match Brock has had for a decade has either been John Cena, Goldberg, Undertaker, or Roman Reigns, and that's fucking it. And when he's had matches against real wrestlers that he can go with, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles. 3. Seth Rollins. But Seth and him have never had a real match. And yet you're gonna give Brock Lesnar, you're gonna let Brock Lesnar fight Omos at WrestleMania, who can't fucking move, can't fucking do nothing except stand there. Brock made his own bed. Brock made his own bed. Brock said Brock left WWE. Remember when Vince retired and he didn't know, he didn't tell Brock that he was retiring? Brock left WWE. Left the company. They had to, I don't know what perks they had to give him. I don't know what the fuck they told him. But he came back and he did the Roman Reigns match at SummerSlam. The best match they've ever had together, by the way. And you want me to believe that rumors of Vince being back, Brock is just okay with fighting Omos? Because that's his guy. That's his boy. But I think even Brock knows bullshit. I don't give a fuck how loyal you are to the motherfucker. You know how terrible a match can be. There's no way in hell. I really do hope Brock gets the fuck out of this match. There's so many more people he can be fighting. If you gonna give a big guy that he wants to fight, Bronson Reed. And if I was Triple H, that's probably what I probably have a what the fuck people want to say. Yeah, give him. Gunter is. I don't want to see that. But Bronson Reed, that hit, needs that match. Him versus Brock? Fucking right. Sign me the fuck up. But to sit here and say that WrestleMania 39, and this is back. What the fuck was Omos the last couple of months? After Triple H took over, I went to my that's the show before the show. He wrestled at that. The first day Triple H was officially native, Omos was on the pre-show. You want to convince me? And all Omos really wrestled. He had some matches here on Raw, there, here and there. He was in the Royal Rumble. Well, no, he was in the Royal Rumble. No, Braun Strowman did eliminate him. No, he was in the Royal Rumble. But even that, see, I had to remember that shit because he hasn't been used. And you want to tell me somebody that has not even been on fucking TV just gets a WrestleMania match against Brock Lesnar of all people? That's a Vince fucking move. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a fuck what these back pages, dirt sheets, fucking podcasters want to say. That's a Vince fucking match. There is no way in hell you're going to tell me that's not a Vince fucking match. Somebody that was high up on Omos, like Vince, who can't see the motherfucker can't even wrestle. You gave him Brock Lesnar when he's done nothing this last couple of months. He ain't even been on TV, and this motherfucker got a Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania. Are you fucking kidding me? Brock made his bed. He better lie in that bitch, cause that shit is terrible. You want a 2 fucking minute match at WrestleMania? That's what the fuck it's gonna be. But yet, Vince is back in charge. Vince is back in charge. We need to stop this bullshit about like, nah, I see some things Triple H does. Vince is back in charge. Vince is back in charge. People could blame Triple H for the shit you're seeing. Triple H is not in charge. Vince is back in charge. Vince is back in charge of creative. And anybody that tells you that he's not, you're fucking lying to yourself. You're fucking lying to yourself. There is no way in hell. You hear all these reports of Vince being somewhere in the dwellings of kind of having his hand in shit. And then you see the card that now WrestleMania is becoming. You have Asuka, who is the Elimination Chamber, go out there and fight Carmella, and she's not dominating her. This is your number one fucking contender to Bianca Belair, who has been a reigning, defending champion 365 days, a whole fucking year when the WrestleMania pay-per-view come around. It'll be a year since she beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania for that title. And you're telling me that Asuka, who left the company just to come back as this particular person, who was a dominant fucking person before she got to the main roster, that person got more dominant. And she's having problems with Carmella? What? She does this shit to get better. And it feels like she goes back into this, well, she's too aggressive and she needs to get beat down a little bit. That's Vince thinking. That's Vince fucking thinking. There's no way in hell Asuka is that dominant and came back to be even more dominant. And she's struggling with Carmella. She's struggling with Carmella. Or the fact that WrestleMania Night 1 main event could be Charlotte and Rhea. Not because the storyline matters, not because it sounds good, not because that shit actually makes sense to be number one. No, because it's Charlotte Flair. Who wouldn't put Charlotte in the main event for night one? It's Charlotte Flair. Storyline with Sammy and Kevin going against the Usos. We all know that's coming. And that might not be the main event. But yet, people want to sit here and tell me that Vince is not back in fucking charge. Are you serious? Are you serious? I get when Charlotte comes back, wins the title. I get that. But that was more so Ronda Rousey wanted to take January to fuck off from TV than it was actually that was the plan. Because the plan I heard was supposed to be Charlotte go to Raw and fight Bianca at WrestleMania. But Ronda wanted January to fuck off. So they had to do what they had to do. So I don't blame Triple H for that shit. He had to keep the company moving. Ronda, you gonna take your break? Charlotte, you back? Take over the title. Let's go. You don't give me those two matches and tell me just because it's Charlotte Flair, she gets number one billing. No. You go with the hottest story you have, you dumb fuck. How many times I have to watch Chris Jericho on this Broken Skull sessions literally say The match was Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho, WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. I was supposed to win a title in that, and it was supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania. Even if it was late in the show, I would have took that. But plans got changed from not just us not fighting for the Universal Championship, it got changed for Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Okay, that's cool. But you put me and Kevin Owens, who had, yes, possibly the best storyline going into WrestleMania, you put them on second. After your AJ Styles, which you could have put on second. Shane and AJ kicked off WrestleMania. And Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho was second. And that's what made Chris Jericho say, yeah, I'm done with this shit. And y'all want to tell me Vince is not back in creative. You go with the hottest storyline. It is clearly Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. Them getting their revenge on the bloodline. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, that is not going to happen. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Speaking of Sami Zayn, I need people to stop with this idea that Sami Zayn somehow so we're going to end up in a Royal Rumble in a WrestleMania main event with Roman and Cody. He's never going to get that title. Let it go. It ain't happening. Like I said, I've been saying, it's a difference between 2014 Daniel Bryan and 2023 Sami Zayn. That's a massive fucking difference. The entire company was trying to keep Daniel Bryan from being the man. The entire fucking company. Vince McMahon did not see Daniel Bryan as his champion. He just did not see it. The fans saw that he was fighting against the machine because every fucking chance he got, they fucking kiboshed it. That ain't this. That is not this. It is not this. Sami Zayn ain't Daniel Bryan. He ain't fighting against the machine. And that is why I feel this. And as much as y'all want to make it seem like Cody Rhodes is losing the fans, Cody Rhodes is not losing the fucking fans. Cody Rhodes is not going to lose the fans. Shut the fuck up with this narrative. Cody Rhodes is a fan favorite. He gets cheered every fucking time y'all say he doesn't. I done seen so many people on these podcasts say, well, they were cheering for Sami Zayn. No, the fuck they weren't. Where the fuck did you see that? Last week in Canada? It was Canada. Of course they're going to cheer for Sami Zayn. It's fucking Canada. The man is from there. The fuck are you talking about? Last night, you could try to make up that idea. Oh, they needed Sammy. No, the fuck they didn't. They were cheering Cody Rhodes. Soon as they said Sammy, Jimmy had a promo at the beginning of the show. He's like, Sami Zayn stepped up, got sat down. And come WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes, and the crowd exploded when he said Cody's name. That is when you know that man is made. So stop with this narrative that Sami Zayn is going to get another shot. No, the fuck he's not. He better go sit his ass down with Kevin Owens, get these tag team titles, and y'all better shut the fuck up. Because that is what pisses me off. This is not the same as Daniel Bryan. It's not even fucking close. It's not even remotely close. It's nowhere near the same thing. It's not. WWE tried everything in their power to kill that story. And it never happened. This ain't that. Also, there wasn't another worthy competitor, challenger for the titles. We all know this shit. Batista should have never been in that match. Even he said he was out of shape. He didn't feel like he should have been in that type of situation. Had no other reason to give the titles to somebody else or Randy Orton. You had no other competitor. You had no other challenger. Unlike this, Sami Zayn isn't the main. Sami Zayn is not the best challenger for Roman Reigns. Cody is. It's not even close. That's another thing about this situation, this narrative, is like, well, Sami Zayn is no the fuck. Sami Zayn is not even close to what Cody Rhodes is as a competitive challenger to Roman Reigns. It's not even close. It's not even fucking close. Stop saying this shit. You're getting too emotionally tied in to a storyline, and you just automatically just like, forget what the fuck they really want us to have, because that doesn't make any sense. No, the fuck it does. It does make sense. It makes all the sense. Because if Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns, that makes all the sense in the world. It makes sense. He finishes his story. He gets the titles that he promised his dad one day he would have got. He can't give his dad the titles physically, but he knows he gave his dad the titles. He can't put them in his hands, but he knows his dad is there watching him. He knows how it feels. He's the man. He's the face of the company. That's way better than Sami Zayn's story. I'm sorry to tell y'all. It is. Now, all these other people could lie to you and tell you some bullshit narratives. I'm telling you, Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns is going to be way better than Sami beating Roman. It's going to be way better. Fuck what they talking. It's going to be way better. Because he can actually carry the fucking company for the next couple months, even a year. Sami cannot do that. Speaking of Cody, if Cody wins at WrestleMania, he's a worthy challenger, which is why I say Vince McMahon is running this company and he's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Because Bray Wyatt is clearly going to fight Bobby Lashley. Now, me personally, I don't think Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley needs to fight right now. I say hold that shit off to SummerSlam. But again, Vince is running the company. And this is kind of the reason why you ran the Fiend character into the fucking ground. Anyway. You can't have Bray Wyatt lose. His second match back that we physically get a chance to see on pay-per-view or Prime Live event, whatever the fuck you call it nowadays. If he loses at WrestleMania, Vince is clearly back in charge. Bray cannot lose at WrestleMania. Here's the problem. Bobby Lashley can't also lose at WrestleMania. Bobby Lashley's got to be built as the next challenger for Cody Rhodes if he wins at WrestleMania. He has to. There's no way around that. He has to be built as the next challenger to Cody Rhodes' titles. He has to. Because there's no other worthy competitor. No other. You're not going to put Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes right now. You're not going to do Drew versus Cody because that's two faces and it doesn't make any sense. So you have to go find a heel. Bobby Lashley is clearly going to get reunited with the Hurt Business at some point, and he's going to turn heel. He's heel right now, but he's going to be a full heel. Why not have that match at WrestleMania? I mean, Backlash. So you can't have Bobby lose to Bray Wyatt. That doesn't make any sense. So why the fuck are they fighting? Because Bray can't lose and Bobby can't lose. Why the fuck are they fighting? That's a Vince move. I know damn well Triple H did not have this match pegged as WrestleMania. That's not Triple H. Bray can't lose. Bobby can't lose. That is two people that can't lose. And I know damn well we don't want to see a disqualification at WrestleMania. Like I said, excuse me. Like I said, y'all could keep saying Vince ain't in charge of creative if you want to. If that's gonna make you if that's gonna make you sleep better at night, do your shit. But Brock Lesnar's fighting Omos. Bobby Lashley's fighting Bray Wyatt. You're making Asuka look so fucking terrible as a number one contender to the longest reigning women's champion in the company in Bianca. And the Bloodline storyline, which is clearly the money making storyline, should be headlining two nights back to back. The tag team titles and the Universal Champion. That's the fucking main event. You can continue to say Charlotte and Rhea. Fuck no. Bianca and Asuka even. No. The main event of night 1 and 2, Roman versus Cody. Night 2, Sammy Kevin versus the Usos. Night 1. The shit is easy. That is a written situation. That is the easiest fucking thing. And if you still want Rhea versus Charlotte, put that shit on that number 1. First match of the night. Get that shit over and done with. Same thing with Bianca and Asuka. First match of the night. Get that shit over and done with. Let it. WrestleMania's card isn't even all the way finished yet. This is another thing. And also Theory and John Cena, I don't want to see them two fight for the US Championship. I have a big fucking problem with part-timers coming in and taking opportunities away, especially title match opportunities, because you're not gonna win. And if you win, you're gonna drop the title literally the next night because you can't stay for a long time. So why is this happening? Like I said, whatever makes y'all feel better about Vince being back in charge of creative, say it to yourself. I don't give a shit. Dave Meltzer and all these other fucking all these fucking shoot, the wrestling observer and all this shit. All you motherfuckers can write all the fuck shit you want to write. Vince McMahon is back in fucking charge of creative. How much money you want to bet? Vince McMahon is back because there's no way in hell WrestleMania somebody like Triple H who plans shit months in advance is now scrambling to figure out WrestleMania. Does that shit make sense? When you heard Vince leave, everybody say it got better. We knew what the fuck our directions was. We knew what we were doing. And now you're sitting up here and telling me that WrestleMania 39 is getting switched every other day? Okay, you keep lying to your fucking self and telling yourself Vince McMahon not back in charge. Go ahead. Whatever makes you sleep better at night, but don't fuck around with, don't bullshit a bullshitter. I know Vince is back in fucking charge. You kiss my ass with that shit. And you're gonna see. Right. Watch when WrestleMania come around the corner. You're gonna hear people say Vince McMahon had way more input on WrestleMania than we thought at first. No shit. Because he's back in charge. No shit. You can even look at Raw last night and see Vince is back in fucking charge. SmackDown. Now Vince may be back in charge of Raw, not SmackDown. Now I give you that. Because SmackDown still feels like a easy ship. But Raw seems getting back to like that comical bullshit that it used to be. That's Vince. Because Vince is a flagship show. And let him continue to fuck up Raw. I wanted to rant. Let's go. See you guys soon.